What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? We are back with the Charlotte Hornets franchise. Last episode, we lost to the Lakers in a close game, quote-unquote, in the first two quarters, and then as LeBron James on the Lake Show decided to pull away and take the dub 103-72. So week one is in the books, and Premier Week is no longer in effect. We went 1 for 2 of Premier Week. We're hoping to turn that around. We're going to take a quick look at social media. No, not that one. I want the transaction report. Take a look at anybody who wants contract extensions. We have a few players that we could extend contracts to. Steven Adams is one of them. Otto Porter is one of them. And Malik Monk is one of them. Semi Ojeleye, Cristiano Felicio are also part of that. They can also be used. Anyway, so some players we're going to be throwing on the trade block are going to be, one of them is actually going to be Malik Monk. Because yes, Malik Monk is great, but we're going to be throwing him on the trade block because he's just not really doing much. I'm not really liking what I'm seeing. And then we're gonna take offers for Devontae Graham because of the way that Chris Clemens has played. Now, last episode didn't really put that into effect, but if you go watch the episode before, episode 2, we did have a pretty good performance from Chris Clemens. He really played well. So we're going to try and do that again. Also, Bismack Biyombo is going to go up on the trade block as well because I already have Steven Adams and I have Taco Fall. I don't need another one, and Steven Adams is younger than Bismack Biyombo, and he has more badges, and he's a better inside guy. Now, he's not a better mid-range shooter, but he's a better defender, I believe, in the paint. Yes, a better defender, and they're about the same for rebounding. So I want to keep Steven Adams, and we're going to get Bismack Biyombo trade. We're going to get trade offers for him. Another person, where was he, is Malik Monk. I don't think there's anybody else, but there's two other players. Oh, I can't trade him, and I can't take Cristiano Felicio. I can't take Carson Edwards, but we're going to keep Carson Edwards and Chris Clemens. Semi Ojeleye, can't do that either, but that's okay. So those three players for right now are the three players that are going to be on the trading block. Now, I'm just going to trade fine for them real quick. So Devontae Graham, Bismack Biyombo, and Malik Monk. I want to just see what offers are available. No offers were found. Let's go ahead and just try those two. So for the two of Devontae Graham and Bismack Biyombo, actually, we'll do them each individually real quick just to take a look. Devontae Graham is an 80 overall point guard at 24 years old. We're just going to see what they throw at us. They throw a few draft picks. I would want a pretty soon draft pick if we're going to do that. Cedi Osman is not a bad option. Dean Wade, I would have to pass on because I don't want him. Robert Williams would be a solid power forward for us, but unfortunately I don't need a power forward. If I'm going to trade, I'm going to need a point guard of some form, or a small forward, or actually even shooting guard. Shooting guard would be good. No, not Reggie Bullock as a shooting guard, but I mean, you get what I'm saying. And just taking a look here, just seeing who's up for grabs, who they're putting out there. Justin Holiday, Drew Holiday's brother. Jahlil Okafor is a great center, but unfortunately I'm already good with centers. Now, if he is available later in the year, and we need him potentially, but we'll see what happens. Still no shooting guards from what I'm seeing. They want Jordan Bell. Nope, not seeing any shooting guards, unfortunately. So let's just take a look. What about Bismack Biyombo? See who's available for him. They're going to give me Kent Bazemore. No, he's 30. I'll pass. Robertson, Davon Hall. No, I'll pass. They would straight up give me Ricky Rubio at point guard. That'd be good. I could move somebody to shooting guard. Probably I would move Chris Clemens to shooting guard if we took Ricky Rubio. And I love Ricky Rubio. He's a great player. A very good passer. Solid driving layup. He doesn't dunk. Decent. He's actually gotten really good at his three-point shot since he first came into the league. He has very good free throw shooting. He has good shot IQ, very good pass accuracy, very good handling on the ball. He's not super fast. He's got good hands, good pass IQ, good pass vision, decent consistency, very good perimeter defense. His steal isn't as up there as it should be. He has good lateral quickness, though. I'm surprised his steal isn't higher. He actually has really good stealing. He's a thief. JJ Redick, who's 35, who's probably rocking what? 91 three-pointer. I'll pass. Gary Harris. Oh, wow. Wow. That's actually not a bad option. I wouldn't want PJ Dozier, but Gary Harris would actually be a good choice. He has 82 driving layup. He has 88 mid-range, 78 three-point shot. Gary Harris would be a solid choice being 25 years old. He's on a 3-year contract at 17.84 over 3 years. Let me look at his contract here. It's going to be 17, 19, then 20 to top it out. Let me think. He would be a good choice. Let me take a look at my roster real quick. Just to make sure. But he would be a shooting guard, small forward. And I have plenty of small forwards, so he would mostly be playing... Because Michael Kidd Gilchrist I can't seem to get rid of. I wanted to give him a chance, but not really liking... Oh, and you know what? We'll throw him on the trade block as well. Michael Kidd Gilchrist will be available as well. And we'll see if we get offers for any of them. Now, my untouchables, however... for now, are going to be Otto Porter, PJ Washington, Miles Bridges, not Chris Clemens, Carson Edwards. Give me Carson Edwards. Well, we'll do Taco Fall and then Carson Edwards. So that's a starting five almost. Sub the shooting guard. And Miles Bridges could technically play shooting guard if he really wanted to. But we really need a shooting guard because Malik Monk just really isn't cutting it. He's just kind of struggling. The last 3 games, his first game against Chicago, he had 9 points. Then it was 2 and 2. Whereas if you want to look at these guys, Otto Porter, now he played at Charlotte. He had 29 minutes, 11 points. But he had 6 points, 2 points. He hasn't really touched the court much, but we haven't really dabbled with him yet. PJ Washington had 15 points in his first matchup, 10 points, and then only 4 against the Lakers. But the Lakers really shut us down, I'm not going to lie. The Lakers really had us in a bind. We just really couldn't do anything until the end when we got something together. Miles Bridges, 9 points, 8 points. He's averaging a solid outing. He had 15 points against the Timberwolves, but only had 4 points against the Lakers because their starting and sub centers were really good. Couldn't get him on a mismatch. Carson Edwards had 14 points in his second game, only 5 points in the last game. So we'll see what we can do with him. So right now, those are the players that are going to be available. I do want to see if we can find a trade offer. Maybe for Michael Kidd Gilchrist. Can find a shooting guard. That'd be great. Thaddeus Young actually went off when he played us. He had 17 minutes, 7 points, 6 rebounds. He did a pretty good job, but he's 31. I would want to pass. I don't want that. I need a shooting guard if I can find one that's not a million years old. Dennis Schroeder is not bad. He's averaging a solid outing. He can play shooting guard, but what's his... he has 19 total badges. Wow, he'd be a very good point guard. 80 driving layup. He's not a dunker. 93 close shot, 93 mid-range, and 72 three-pointer for Dennis Schroeder, but would be giving a 2020 draft pick. I'm very intrigued by this. Yeah, they want the draft pick. What if I throw them Devontae Graham? And then I take... Who do they have on the Thunder? I would like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Could take Terry Rozier back. Kidding. I need a shooting guard. Hamidou Diallo is a good inside threat. I don't want Dwayne Bacon back. We already traded him. I'll take Hamidou. Oh, and of course they don't want it. Wow. I really have to give up a draft pick if I want Dennis Schroeder. We'll keep that in mind, because I do actually like that because I'm willing to do that. Because then at point guard, I can move somebody over to shooting guard. I can move Chris Clemens over to shooting guard, and he can get some more reps. Or I can, I'd have Dennis Schroeder start for us, and that's actually not bad. I could take that. He's also 26. Yeah, and he's a better inside and mid-range scorer than Rubio. Eric Gordon, if he wasn't 30 already, I would take him. KCP's not bad, and we'd actually get two players. I wouldn't want Zach Norville Jr., but KCP's got decent mid-range, decent three-point, decent close shot. He can drive dunk. He can drive layup. He's a 73. He's 26. He's not very good in the post. And he's only on a 1-year salary, and it's actually cheaper than what he is. And there's Bogdan Bogdanovic. He has 94 mid-range, but he has no close shot. He's a mid-range. He's a shooter. He's a pure shooter, as pure as you can get in the shooter. 83 driving layup isn't bad either, but he cannot. His close shot is absolutely horrendous. 94 mid-range is actually very good. And he's cheap too, but we'd be sending him a 2021 draft pick for Bogdan Bogdanovic. Brandon Knight is a shooting guard. What is his shooting stats? Not very good. Okay, I think we're going to take what they gave me. That's the Thunder. For Dennis Schroeder, they want a 2020 second round unprotected pick. Let me just make sure who I have for 2020. They want the one. They want one of them. Hold on. Curious. What if I remove this? Do I still have it? Well, I have a bunch. I have 3 second round picks. So they want that. I mean, that still gives me 2 second round picks. And we get Dennis Schroeder. Yeah, we're going to cancel that. Let's try that again. Beautiful. Because that's what they offered. Trade Finder for Biyombo. I want to see what we can get for Biyombo. How about Biyombo and Monk? We could get Gallinari, but he's 31. Oubre and Aaron Baines. I don't want a center. I don't want a small forward either. I mean, Oubre's good, though. He has 89 mid-range shot, and he's only 23. That's actually really good. Josh Hart. I want Josh Hart. And actually, Derek Favors isn't bad either. He's a good defender. He has good dunk, and he can play power forward, and he can play center. I mean, do I really need him, though? He has decent post moves, a solid post fade, and a good post hook. Wow. Derek Favors. And he's 28. What's his interior defense? 75, 80 block, 84 offensive rebound, 88 defensive. That's actually a pretty solid trade because we get Josh Hart, who can, of course, shoot the three, and he has no mid-range shot. Wow, wait, no. Josh Hart, he has 85 driving layup. He's only 24. I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. That's a pretty solid deal right there. Derek Favors. Now, it's an expensive deal, but it's actually cheaper for us to take this one than that one. But we're getting rid of Biyombo, who's already pretty solid. Could pick up Justice Winslow. Wow. And he can play point guard, too. That's a pretty good trade offer, too. We'll see what we can get for him. We're just going to kind of leave him there. Point guard now with Carson Edwards. Now that we have Dennis Schroeder's going to be on our point guard list. And he also is going to get an opportunity for a contract extension. So Schroeder, so we have a lot of undecided players, and we're going to have to play well if we want them to stay. Our target list, if I have targets, there's a lot of them actually. Um, Sorry, I had to clear my throat. So there's a few targets that I want. The Pelicans, I want Brandon Ingram. From the Pistons, if I can get him, I'd want Andre Drummond if they don't extend him. Montrezl Harrell, potentially if needed. Look at all of our players that are on one-year contracts. We're going to have to re-sign a lot of these guys. Sorry, I'm not talking. I'm just trying to see who's available. Yeah, they want to get rid of Derek Favors because he's a one-year guy. I mean, he's done okay. What about Josh Hart? He hasn't done real much. What was Dennis? Yeah, he 15, 19, 15, 13. That's a pretty good pickup for him. Ingram, of course, averaging really good points. Drummond, crazy rebounds, good defense inside. Harrell, same thing. But we're going up against Montrezl Harrell and the Clips, and we also have to go to coaching before we hop into this game because I have to get Malik Monk out of there. So we're gonna move because he doesn't get any minutes, and because I would like him to get some minutes. Chris Clemens is going to be my starting shooting guard. We're moving Malik Monk to the bench. Bismack Biyombo's on fire for some reason. And then I want Carson Edwards is going to be coming off the bench as well. Devontae Graham is probably not going to be seeing any minutes. Let's swap. Let's move this. Hold on. Let's fix this. Norman Powell. Oh, wait, that's what I was going to do because Devontae Graham is struggling and Dennis Schroeder's on a hot streak. Devontae Graham's going to be benched. So that's going to be our starting 10. So it's going to be Schroeder, Clemens, Bridges, Washington, and Adams. And then Carson Edwards, Norman Powell, Robert Franks, Otto Porter, and Taco Fall. Actually, I'm going to swap Clemens and Powell because they're getting... I mean, Chris Clemens is going to be getting a lot of minutes off the bench, but he's playing a point guard shooting guard role, and that's okay. Real quick, what I'm going to do for him, though, is I'm going to go to Chris Clemens. We're going to edit him, his vitals, and he is going to be a shooting guard, point guard, because he's a deep range shot creator. All right, now without further ado, let's hop right on into this game. Everything's been taken care of. Norman Powell starting, Dennis Schroeder, Miles Bridges, PJ Washington, and Steven Adams. We're going up against the Kahwai Leonard effect. And we're going to hop right into the lineups because I don't need to see this. And like I said, later I can do this. So this is the lineup. Graham, Biyombo, and Ojale are down here on the bench. I don't know where I put him. Oh, he's in the reserves. That's why. Malik Monk is like benched. Yeah, look at their starting 10. Patrick Beverly, they've got Ivica Zubac coming off the bench, but their starting 5 is very intimidating. Patrick Beverly is going to be guarded by Schroeder, Lou Williams guarded by Powell, Paul George guarded by Bridges, Kawhi guarded by PJ, and Harrell guarded by Steven Adams. This is going to be a tough contest, I'm not going to lie. We're at the Staples Center for the second night in a row as we are spending the night here. The Hornets and the Clippers are both 1-2. One team will come out 2-2. One will come out 1-3. And we are hoping that we are not the team to come out 1-3. Here's a look at the Los Angeles Clippers' upcoming schedule. They're playing the Jazz in 2 matchups. They're also playing the Spurs. So Jazz, Spurs, Jazz, and Bucks. So they're playing the Jazz twice in this next upcoming week. So Norman Powell getting a start, and we're going to get right on into it. And here is tip-off as Harrell versus Adams. And the ball is up, and the tip goes in the Hornets' possession. Here's Dennis Schroeder getting his first minutes as a Charlotte Hornet. Of course, rocking number 17. He's going to be looking for a screen here from Harrell, and he's going to drive, and Dennis Schroeder is going to get fouled on his way up by Kahwai Leonard. Dennis Schroeder so far averaging 15 points per game and 5 rebounds per game this season, and his first free throw is good, and that puts Charlotte on the board first against the Clips. And his second is through and good, and a beautiful job by Dennis Schroeder on a drive, as he's going to take his career to the Charlotte Hornets. A lot of big trades made in the first 2 weeks of this Hornets roster. Kahwai Leonard putting it up, and Steven Adams is going to take that rebound pass to Schroeder, and Schroeder's going to take it top of the key, guarded by Patrick Beverly. And he gets a screen. He's going to pull around. He's going to pass to Norman Powell. Back to Schroeder. Schroeder looking for the screen again on Patrick Beverly. Patrick Beverly, a very good perimeter defender. Running out of time. Schroeder pull up mid-range. And a miss. And a good rebound that time from Steven Adams as Schroeder for 3. Feels and tries to put it up over Harrell. PJ Washington, no luck that time. Good defense inside. Still 2-0 as Schroeder had 2 opportunities. Pass down to Kahwai. Kahwai guarded by Powell, and Norman Powell is going to get the rebound on that one. Norman Powell to take it up, and he's going to take it to the point. He's going to pass outside to Miles Bridges, who's guarded by Paul George. And Miles Bridges for 3. And he's going to miss that one. First shot for him. Here's Lou Will. Pass out to Paul George. PG-13, missing a 3. And a good rebound from Dennis Schroeder on the fast break. A pass out to Powell. Norman Powell on a mid-range shot, and he's going to miss that one. 2 quick shots in succession, and no chance that time. Kahwai Leonard driving on the step-back shot, and that's going to be the first buckets for the Clips. And that's 2 points on the board. Kahwai Leonard's averaging 17 points per game, 24.4 points per contest, I believe. We're going to look for this pick and fade. Here's the drive against Kahwai. Kahwai Leonard, one of the best defenders in the league. You got to be very careful against Kahwai. 7 seconds left. Lou Williams. Powell. Deep 2-point shot. No luck. Kahwai Leonard taking it top, and a mid-range shot for Kahwai is no good, and deflected that time by Miles Bridges. Steven Adams getting up there, and there's Bridges. Here is Dennis Schroeder. A pass to PJ. PJ with a drive and a foul on Kahwai Leonard. That's his second already, and we've only been in the game for about 2.5 minutes. Kahwai Leonard with 2 fouls already. That is not looking good, and I think Kahwai Leonard might get subbed out, and if he doesn't, might end up badly because, yep, they did. So Kahwai Leonard has been subbed out for Ivica Zubac, which means we can try and take advantage of a mismatch down there. Here's Lou Williams on a drive. Rejected. And he puts up his second shot. No good. A pass to Schroeder on a fast break here. Schroeder, floater. Up and over. No chance on that one. A pass out to Schroeder. Schroeder, mid-range. And he missed the deep 2-point shot that time. Schroeder on a little bit of a cold streak. Here's Paul George. Harrell inside to Lou Will. That's the 6th man of the year, multiple years in a row, and Lou Williams up and under for a good shot that time. He's won 6th man of the year 3 times in his career, like I was just saying. Lou Williams, one of the best bench players you can ever get. Here's Schroeder on a drive, pass to Adams. Adams takes it in over top of Zubac, and Steven Adams on the assist from Schroeder. And a beautiful drive by the Hornets on that one. Nice job, Dennis Schroeder, to find the handoff to Harrell instead of taking it himself. It's a screen. There's Harrell. Patrick Beverly guarded by Schroeder. Here's Harrell. Top of the key. Moves to the right wing. Hands off to PG-13. And Paul George on a nice drive and a good rebound again by Steven Adams. A drive by Schroeder. A pass PJ. Back down to Norman Powell. And he's going to pass this up top of the key. Here's Schroeder to take it. Oh, and that's almost stolen. And a drive and a good 2 points that time from Schroeder as he took advantage of the tip ball that time. This season he's averaging 35.4% usage percent per game. Here's Zubac with it. He's guarded by Washington. Here's Paul George. Guarded by Lou Williams taking it now against Norman Powell. Lou Will. And the rebound from Powell and a handoff to Schroeder. Schroeder with the forward pass to P.J. Washington, who throws it down with authority. And a beautiful assist from Schroeder as Schroeder's finding his groove with this Hornets squad. Dennis Schroeder, I'm liking what he's bringing to the table already. Here's Paul George, top of the key now, and a screen. He's going to take the drive and a pass out to Lou Will. Lou Will, top of the key, open three. A good rebound from Montrezl Harrell, who's going to put up on the putback. 2 points for Montrezl Harrell. Here is Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder, the former Atlanta Hawk. Schroeder, wing three. And he missed that one. And a good rebound from Steven Adams, who puts it back up for 2 points. Here's a look at the points and scoring for the players on our team so far. Schroeder has 4 points, 2 assists, and a board. Here's a screen from Harrell. And it's a handoff. Here's Patrick Beverly taking it inside. Rejected by Steven Adams. Here's Dennis Schroeder on the drive. A pass out. That's P.J. Washington on a mid-range shot. No chances. It rattles out of the rim. And the drive to Harrell. And Harrell's going to throw it down. And the Hornets taking their first timeouts. So here's a look at the substitutions now. Carson Edwards coming out. Steven Adams still in the game as he's on fire right now. He passes that out to Clemens. Clemens down to Steven Adams. Of course, Steven Adams is going to back him up and dunk right on top of Ivica Zubac. And a beautiful throwdown. Steven Adams and Dennis Schroeder, both former teammates as they played both for the Thunder. Steven Adams coming over to Charlotte playing center. And, of course, Paul George there. Going to shoot that one. Missed that one, unfortunately. Here's Carson Edwards and Chris Clemens both on the same court at the same time. Here's a screen. And a pick on Paul George and Carson Edwards mid-range. And he drills that one from wide open mid-range shot. Nice job, Carson Edwards. And Taco Fall has entered the game as well. Playing at power forward more than likely. Paul George with it right wing and a double screen that time. Paul George with the drive and the step back shot. And no chance that time. And good board from Steven Adams as he passes this one into Carson Edwards. Carson Edwards taking it and a mid-range shot once again. And a good rebound from Zubac. Here's Landry Shamet with it on the left side wing. Taking it to the rack and a dunk from Shamet. Landry Shamet last year made the all-rookie second team as he came off the bench for the Clips. Here's Carson Edwards. He's going to get a screen this time. And that's a tipped pass. And a make. Nice job by Steven Adams, who's already on the board with 8 points and 7 rebounds, getting pretty close to a double-double. Steven Adams has 8 points to the Clippers' 10 total points. Steven Adams really dominating inside, and Steven Adams is at power forward right now. Here's Shamet driving inside. A pass out to Paul George. Paul George going to miss that one. It's tipped up and rebound from, you guessed it, Steven Adams. Here's a drive from Carson Edwards. This pass to Taco Fall. Chris Clemens with the top of the key, guarded by Paul George. Here's a pick from Taco. And Taco with the pass down in the paint, and Taco Fall going to miss that one. And another rebound from Zubac. Here's Paul George guarded by Clemens. Paul George with the drive up and in, and a beautiful bank shot that time as we still lead by 6. Paul George averaging 20 points per game, and he has a 56% efficiency rating. Here's a screen on Shamet, and it's a pass. That's to Taco. Taco against Shamet, and Taco's going to throw it down over the man who's way too short. And that's saying something. Landry Shamet, I believe, is 6'2", 6'3". Taco Fall is 7'6". I mean, and Shamet could be much taller. I could be completely underestimating how tall he is. Zubac, I believe, is just pretty close to 7 foot. Here's a screen, pick and pop from Paul George, and that's a beautiful shot that time. And a beautiful pick and pop. We just saw Paul George's efficiency rating, and we got to take a look at it in real time. Here's a look at the pick. And a pick and pop, this time from Carson Edwards, and a beautiful job that time for Carson. Carson Edwards has 4 points on the day today. He's 2 for 3. Here's Shamet with a pass out to Paul George. Taco Fall guarding Zubac. Zubac inside. Takes the drive and the beautiful lay-in there from Zubac. Edwards has it. As there, he's going to take it down the court, top of the key. Carson looking for the screen. This is from Taco, and a pass outside. That's to Clemens, and Clemens guarded heavily, and that's an air ball. And a block shot that time from Steven Adams. An air ball from Chris Clemens, guarded by Paul George. Paul George is a very intimidating defender, one of the best defenders in the league. And a pull-up fader and a rebound from Taco. First board for Taco Fall today. Here's Clemens with it. He's guarded closely by Paul George. He's going to look for a screen. Here's Otto Porter with it. Pass down to Steven Adams. Steven Adams backing up a defender. And he's going to try and lay this one in. Nice job, Steven Adams, with 10 points on the day so far. With 2.1 seconds left in this first quarter. Throws it up. Almost drills it. Rattles out from Paul George. And a beautiful first quarter for the Hornets, who are in the lead 24 to, I believe, 16. 24-16 is the total, as Steven Adams has taken over this game on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. He's doing a very, very nice job, and we are liking what we see from Steven Adams. We're going to get a look at Paul George here for a second, as he's going to talk about something. So the Clips are going to maintain the ball as they start the second quarter. Paul George is going to take it, heading straight to the top of the key, guarded by Chris Clemens. And a screen there from Paul George. Paul George, a pass down to Kahwai. Kahwai back in. Kahwai has 2 fouls already, and that's why they pulled him out in the first quarter, and that's why we were really able to take advantage and exploit the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard guarded by Robert Franks, and Kawhi on the deep fader. That time, no good. Here's a pass to Carson Edwards. He's guarded by Landry Shamet. We're looking for a pick and fade. And that's a drive. And a beautiful layup and in from Carson Edwards. What a play on the screen on the pick and roll. That's a 10-point advantage for the Hornets. And a beautiful job by Charlotte to stay in the lead. Here's Kawhi Leonard out on the left corner. And Kawhi looking for somebody. Passes to Mo Harkless. Pass to Kawhi. Kawhi for 3. Kawhi with the miss and a rebound for Taco Fall. A pass, Carson Edwards on the fast break. And Carson going up and in. No good. And a rebound from Landry Shamet. Shamet moving on the fast break. Kawhi with it. Shamet with the shot and the miss, and Taco Fall has 4 boards now. Here's Robert Franks out on the wing, and Franks shoots a 3, and he's going to miss that one. Almost makes it, though, in the face of Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi, wide open 3. Not going to stop that. That's wide open. That's cash in the bank. Here's a pass. Chris Clemens guarded by Paul George. A pass to Franks. Franks back to Edwards. Looking for a screen once again from Robert Franks. Here's a drive and a pass, and Franks on the drive up and in, and fouled that time by Javonte Green. First free throw is good from Robert Franks, and the subs are going to come in. As Clemens moves over to point guard, and Norman Powell moves into shooting guard. Here's a look at Patrick Beverley, guarded by Clemens. Pass to Kahwai for three, and once again he nails a three-pointer. As Kahwai and the Clips are starting to close in. Here is Clemens, guarded by Beverley, one of the best defenders in the league. Looking on a pick and roll. Here is Clemens on the drive. Clemens, floater off the backboard. No luck that time. Clemens, top of the key three. He missed that one. Clemens on back-to-back misses. Here is Lou Williams, guarded by Norman Powell. Williams down to Harrell. Harrell handoff to Kahwai. Pat Beverley on the corner. And the shot is up and a miss, and a good rebound from P.J. Washington. Chris Clemens has to put some points on the board. He has got to play better. Looking for a pick and roll from P.J. Williams, and that's a steal from Montrezl Harrell. A pass to Lou Will. Lou Will on a drive, and good drive and layup from Lou Williams. Only a lead of 4 right now. Chris Clemens mostly being at fault for that. Might just have to make Chris Clemens a pure shooting guard. Here's a pass to Powell. Norman Powell out on the corner, guarded by Lou Williams. Here's Powell, takes the screen. Powell, pull up three. And no luck in the face. Here's Lou Will, taking another drive against Powell, and P.J. Williams not able to chase it down. That's only a 2-point lead right now. No points have been scored by the Hornets in a minute. It's been a while. Pass down to P.J. Washington against Montrezl Harrell. That's not a mismatch. Pass down to Franks. Franks guarded by Javonte Green. Franks, he's going to fade, and he's going to make this one. 2 points for Robert Franks. Nice job, Robert Franks, in the low post. Here's Williams, top of the key, guarded by Norman Powell. Kahwai sets a screen. Pick and fade. Pass to Kahwai. Kahwai now guarded by Norman. And Kahwai, and that's a foul on Kawhi Leonard. Norman Powell was really rough on that shot. First free throw is good. And second free throw is good. And we're going to get Dennis Schroeder back out here. Here is Schroeder. He has 4 points. 2 boards, 2 assists. Calling for a screen, and Schroeder, he's going to drive. Schroeder on the drive, and another foul, and one. Opportunity on Javonte Green. Nice job by Schroeder. And Dennis Schroeder's first free throw, or for the and one, is no good. Can't make the extra point. Robert Frank's going to be guarding Montrezl Harrell. A little bit of a mismatch there, but that's okay. Here's a screen for Pat Beverley. Patrick Beverley down to Kahwai. Kahwai double-teamed. Here's Pat Beverley. He can shoot the three. Beverley with a drive, and the layup and miss. Norman Powell with the board. He's going to pass it way down to Schroeder. He's going to drive this one up and get rejected by Montrezl Harrell. He says, no way are you going to do that. Here's the pass to Schroeder. Schroeder looking for a pick and fade from P.J. Washington. Schroeder on a drive and a fade, and Washington mid-range. And a miss that time from Washington. Lou Will, top of the key. And a miss. Kahwai up on the putback, and Kawhi Leonard puts it in. Now only a lead of 2. Dennis Schroeder's got to really pull this lead back for us. And that's a reach-in foul on Pat Beverley. Here's Dennis Schroeder with it. We're going to look for a pick and fade from Robert Franks. And there's the screen. There's the pass. And another pass. Norman Powell wide open corner. He makes that one. And a nice 2 points from Norman Powell. Norman Powell also another 3-and-D player. Lou rejected from Franks. And it's on the ground. And it's picked back up by Patrick Beverley. And a three-pointer for Kahwai. No good. Rebound by Washington. Here's Schroeder on a fast break. And Schroeder on the drive. Schroeder is up and good. 8 points for Dennis Schroeder now. Nice job by number 17. He's 3 for 9 today, though. Not doing too good in the shot percentage. 33% from downtown, I believe. Beverley to Williams. Williams left side wing. Guarded by Powell. Williams down in the low post. Kawhi Leonard is a post machine, and he's going to put 2 more points on the board for himself. Still only a 4-point lead by the Hornets. Here's Schroeder. Schroeder looking for that pick and fade. Schroeder with a drive and the pass to Franks. Franks for 3. And Robert Franks unable to make that one. Montrezl Harrell has it. A pass to Zubac. Zubac down to Beverley. Beverley with a fading shot and no chance that time. A pass to Schroeder. And it's going to be a pick and fade from Washington. Pass to Washington. Pass back to Schroeder. Going to look for a pick and roll this time. Here's the pick. Pick and pop. Dennis Schroeder. And a missed mid-range shot that time. Don't see too many of those from Schroeder. A pass down to Beverley. And a lob to Montrezl Harrell. On a beautiful lob assist that time. Still a 2-point lead for the Hornets. Schroeder looking for a screen. Schroeder drives. Schroeder pulls up. Fader. And a miss for Schroeder. He's going to pass this one out of bounds. Deflected pass from Zubac. Steven Adams coming back in. Schroeder's going to take a seat as he's getting a little cold. Or no, he's going to move to shooting guard. Actually, a pass to Schroeder. Here's another screen. Here's a pass to Miles Bridges. Bridges looking for that screen over Kawhi. Bridges, 3-point shot. He missed it. A putback and rejected by Zubac. And the Clips on a roll. They're looking to tie this game back up 34-36 right now here with just about the first half concluded. Just about 90 seconds left. Here's Kawhi. That's a horrendous mismatch. Comes over with the double team and no luck as they tie it back up. Kawhi Leonard is locking him down. Landry Shamet guarding Dennis Schroeder. This is a mismatch. Here's PJ on the screen and a shot. Schroeder 2 points. For the mid-range, he takes the lead back. 38-36. With just about a minute left in the first quarter. Or the first half, sorry. Kawhi, Fader, and it's no good, and a double-double now. For Steven Adams, and a drive for Edwards, and Edwards going to lay that one in easily. 8 points for Carson Edwards. He's doing a nice job as the Hornets' field goal percentage has gone up. 43 shots made, or 43 shots attempted. They have 17 made. Out to Beverley. Beverley top of the key, guarded by Edwards. And a pass down to Kawhi. And Kawhi doesn't get the N1. But he does get 2 points at the line. And he will miss the first. And going to make the seconds, which he will. Only a 3-point advantage. Here's Carson. Carson Edwards gets a screen from Steven. And Steven with the lob. He throws it down. Steven Adams. And a powerful, authoritative slam from Steven Adams. This team's starting to fully come together in some of their play. I mean, not every game, of course, but some of the games we are starting to see them pull together. Here's Landry Shamet top of the key with 14 seconds left, guarded by Edwards. He should be looking for Kawhi, and Kawhi should be the one with the ball right now. Good defense by Steven Adams to keep him from getting it. And a pass shot for Landry Shamet. And no luck that time, as that's going to end the first half of play. Charlotte leads by 5, 42-37. Led on the back of Steven Adams and Dennis Schroeder. We're going to be coming up on the halftime report here just a moment. We're going to take a look at some of the highlights from the first quarter. Steven Adams has just been absolutely authoritative in the post. Lou Williams also done some damage. Kawhi Leonard doing Kawhi-like things. It's the Kawhi Leonard effect. He just happens to make buckets when you don't think he can, but he is all over. Carson Edwards is very good. He's done a very good job. Carson Edwards. There's a shot wide open. Carson Edwards just finding open space, taking advantage of the opportunities he gets. Here's a look at Schroeder. This was a good play I liked from Dennis Schroeder. So here's a look at the halftime report. Steven Adams, 12 points, 10 boards. Double-double for Steven Adams. And that's going to conclude our halftime show. I will have to take a pause at some point and do a replay just so I can get a good look at our player, or at a player, probably Steven Adams, in the post, just so I can get a screenshot of it for the thumbnail, because I wasn't able to get a good thumbnail on the last episode. I think I had to pick one, and I was only able to find it. It was somewhat decent. Here's a pass down to Kawhi. Kawhi fader good. He's just that good on those fading shots. Here's Schroeder taking point. And losing it, picked up by PJ. Back to Schroeder. A pass, that's to PJ. Nope, deflected by Patrick Beverley. Going on the fast break, Lou Williams. And a shot, and a wide open shot for Paul George. Brings it to within one. Pat Beverley has had just enough of Dennis Schroeder so far. Here's the pick from Steven Adams. Here's the drive. Here's the pass. Steven Adams back down to P.J. Washington. And he's going to miss that one. P.J. Washington can't make that one happen. And a drive for Paul George. And a dunk as he takes the lead 43-42. And the Clippers' first lead tonight comes in the third quarter. Looking for another pick. Here's a screen on Steven Adams. And a shot. And a board from Steven. A pass back to Schroeder. Schroeder missed a second time. Man, Schroeder not in that. Thought he had good close shot. Here's Kawhi with the up and under. And they're going to take a 3-point advantage now. What happened with Dennis Schroeder? Schroeder here's the screen. And Schroeder pull-up shot. There it is. And the wide open mid-range. Schroeder with 12 now. Kawhi Leonard has 21 points for the Clippers. That's over half their points already. Or just under half their points. Here's Harrell. Pass down to Kawhi. Kawhi guarded by PJ. And PJ gets the foul. Kawhi is going to be sent to the line for 2 points. Here's Kawhi's first shot. Is made. He is 4 for 5 on free throw shots today. He's got 23 points. Here's Steven Adams passing into Schroeder. Calls for the screen or the pick and fade. Schroeder on the fader. From mid-range, no chance. Kawhi Leonard all over him. Here's a pass to Kawhi. And the shot no good. Good board. Here's Schroeder. He's got speed. He passes out to Washington. Back down to Adams. Adams backing him up in the post. And no chance. Montrezl Harrell on the foul. Steven Adams to the line for 2. His first one will miss. His second will miss. Steven Adams no points from the line. Here is Paul George guarded by Miles Bridges. Down to Kawhi over P.J. Washington. And a 5-point lead once again. The Clippers taking their first lead. Taking right advantage of it. Here's a screen. He gets it. Pass to Miles Bridges. Pass to Washington. Washington pass out to Powell. Gets a screen. And Norman Powell. He's going to shoot and miss. Kahwai, pass to Paul George. Paul George on the mid-range. And he makes it. 7-point lead now. Paul George averaging a 56% efficiency rating. Here's the screen. Here's the drive. Guarded by Kahwai. And the steal. And it's going to be the Hornets retaining possession. I'm going to see some subs come in. Steven Adams, last season, 6th, 16th, and 19th in field goal percentage, rebounds, and steals per game. Out to Powell. Powell guarded by Lou Williams. Lou Williams takes the screen. And Norman Powell on a wide open mid-range shot. He's a corner specialist. He's only got 4 points tonight, though. Yeah, Clemens, we're going to have to move strictly to shooting guard. And a 3 from Paul George is too good. And they take an 8-point lead. Here's Clemens taking it top of the key. Looking for a pick and roll on Pat Beverly. Here's a pick. Here's a pass. Miles Bridges guarded by Paul George. Miles Bridges from the corner. He makes that one for 3. And a retaliation shot. Nice job, Miles Bridges, on his first points. Hornets now down as they blew the lead that they did have, which was well over 10 points. And a foul for Chris Clemens on the reach. Here's Carson Edwards coming in. Pass to Javonte Green and out to Williams. Williams for 3. He missed it. Steven Adams, good board. Pass to Edwards. Looking for that screen from Steven. And the pass to Steven. And Steven throws it down on the assist from Carson Edwards. Steven Adams with 14 points. Paul George with it. Top of the key. Takes it to the right wing. Down to the corner. Pass down to Green. Green guarded by Clemens. That's a little bit of a mismatch. And a fader by Green. And an easy 2 points. Here is Carson. Pass. That was not where he meant to go. And Steven Adams. And a rejection. Nice chase down from Steven Adams. As he blocks it and the Clippers retain possession. Taco Fall comes out. Here's Mo Harkless. Looking to pass it in. Paul George has it. Mid-range. Easy 2 points for Paul George that time. Here's Carson Edwards. Taking a top of the key pass down to Taco Fall. Taco backing him up. Gets him on the shimmy shake and a fader for Taco. No chance on that one from Taco Fall. Got to work more of the sky hook for Taco. Here's Mo Harkless. Paul George top of the key. Ivica Zubac is down in the box. He's going to give a screen for Paul George. Paul George driving. And the defense from Taco Fall is too much for Paul George as he drives. A 7-point lead right now for the Clips. Here's a screen from Taco. Not a very effective screen. Out to Otto Porter. He's guarded by Paul George, and Otto Porter's 3 no good. Here's Paul George. Out to Green. Green inside, beating Robert Franks on that one. Oops, sorry, my bad. I completely zoned out for a second. I was trying to figure out what I was doing.
What's going on, guys? Bayev here.
So here we go. They pass into Landry Shamet. Here's Zubac, top of the key pass to Javonte Green. Out to Paul George. Back to Shamet. Back to George. 4, 3, 2, 1, and a miss. Good board from Taco. Carson Edwards has 8 points. That's a pass to a wide open Robert Franks, who drills the 3. Robert Franks cuts the lead down to 6. Here is Zubac. Oh, it's tipped. Tried to go for the pass. Here's Green. Looking inside. Pump fake. Green. Pass back to Harkless. Harkless to Shamet. Landry out on the corner in a screen, and he shoots a 3. And he missed it. That's Zubac putting it up. And no luck on that one. He's going to take it back out. And Zubac, another miss. Zubac rejected once again for the, upteenth time. Looking for the screen from Taco. Gets the screen. Pass down to Taco. That's a mismatch right there. And Taco. And he tries to go for the steal, and Shamet on the shooting foul. Taco's first free throw is a miss. Taco's second free throw is a miss. He is 2.6 rebounds. Almost stolen that time from Carson Edwards. Zubac top of the key. Pass to Shamet. Shamet top of the key on the right side. He gets a screen, right wing. And he's going to shoot. And he's going to make that one. Landry Shamet from way downtown. A 9-point lead once again. It's time to pass down to Taco Fall, backing him up. He's going to miss the layup easy. Wow, he missed an easy layup. They're struggling again. Need to find some solid ground to pass to Zubac, to Shamet, to George. George top of the key, guarded by Clemens. Paul George going inside, and he's going to miss that one. And a rebound from Franks. And a pass. Clemens for 3. Chris Clemens from downtown. Cuts it back down to 6. And a minute left in the third. And the Clips take a timeout. Their first of the day. That's Doc Rivers getting that timeout for them. So after the timeout, 60 seconds left in the third. Pass to Zubac. Zubac to Harkless. Harkless to Harrell. Harrell to George. George on the right wing. Paul George, top of the key. Pass back to Shamet. Shamet down to Montrezl Harrell. That's a mismatch and a steal attempt and a foul on Montrezl Harrell. Harrell to the line for 2 points. He missed the first. And looking to make his second. And he missed his second. And Zubac and another foul on Taco Fall. And the Clippers now have a bonus. Zubac for his first free throw. And he makes it. And Zubac for the second. He will make it. Patrick Beverly guarding him closely, takes a screen. Carson pulls up mid-range. Missed that shot and a good board from Taco Fall. I don't know where he was passing that one, but Paul George is going to throw it down with authority, and he's going to take a 10-point lead for the Clippers. Here is Chris Clemens, top of the key, pass to Carson Edwards. And a double team that time. Chris Clemens going to drive, pass to Bridges, or to Washington. Washington gets rejected. And rejected by Porter, and getting the board back is Paul George. Paul George is just that much of a game changer. So the fourth quarter approaches, down 12. This team's going to have to really pull it together. The Hornets had a lead, but they can't seem to close out. It's all because of that those substitutions really start to get on a roll. Assist of the game is going to go to the Clippers. That's going to be the lob that they had to Montrezl Harrell in the beginning. So Dennis Schroeder's going to come back out. Dennis Schroeder needs to start carrying this team once again. He's probably going to put up a 20-point night tonight if he does things right. Here's a screen from Taco. That's a reach-in for Beverly. And we'll take fouls. I mean, the more fouls we get, the sooner we can get the bonus, the more times we can go to the line for points. He's going to take the screen. He's going to pull up mid-range and a brick and a good board and a good points for Taco Fall. So back down to a 10-point lead now. Here's Paul George. Guarded closely by Otto Porter. Pass to Shamet. Shamet rejected. Pass to Schroeder. Schroeder on the pass out to Porter. Otto Porter. Looking for a screen. Gets a screen on Landry Shamet. Otto Porter for three. And he missed that one. Can't get the board. Taco Fall. Here's Shamet on the drive and a foul by Dennis Schroeder. The first foul for Schroeder today. Here's Shamet making his first, trying to extend the lead to 12 once again. Steven Adams comes back in. Here's Dennis Schroeder. Looking for a screen. Gets it. Schroeder for three. And he missed that one. Schroeder a little cold now. He's got to start pulling up and making some of these shots. A pass down to Kahwai. Kahwai on the fade. Kahwai no luck on the fade. Pass to Schroeder. Schroeder has it. Schroeder guarded by Beverly. He's going to look for a pick and fade. And that's a horrendous matchup there because that's Kawhi Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard is really good. Looking for a screen. Norman Powell is going to have someone in his face. He's not going to make that one, but a good board from Steven Adams. And a pass back out to Otto Porter. Otto Porter guarded by Paul George. Porter, he tried to drive and couldn't find anything. Here's Schroeder on the corner. And he's going to miss the three-point shot. Paul George, easy 2 points, a 14-point lead now. Paul George has 25 minutes, 21 points. Steven Adams gives him a screen. Looking for something. And a double team and pass back to Powell for three. And Norman Powell can't make a three. Pass to Kawhi. Kawhi with a fader. Can't make that one. Paul George. And a foul on Paul George by Steven Adams. And Paul George goes to the line as they've got the third personal foul. They're trying to extend this to a 20-point lead now. Dennis Schroeder being cold really isn't helping, and he's going to have to start dribble driving here. So here's Steven Adams. Looking for a screen on the drive. Nope. And a pass back to Miles Bridges, who shoots a three, and he misses a three from a cold spot, of course. And an easy 2 points for Kawhi. Like I said, this Clippers team has the Kawhi Leonard effect, and that makes it really difficult. Like I said, Dennis Schroeder was off to a great start. I don't know what happened. I don't know why I can't close out. We got to start closing out. Here's Washington. Here's a drive from Schroeder. And Schroeder trying to make it and can't over Kawhi. Here's Beverly on a drive and a miss, but a putback and a rebound. Pass to Schroeder. Schroeder on the drive against Lou Williams, and Schroeder can't make the N1, but a foul on Lou. And so they're going to go to the line. Schroeder makes his first. And makes his second. Nice job, Dennis Schroeder. 14 points for Dennis. Might have to start posting up with Steven Adams, hoping that his playmaking skills can be of use. Pass to Harrell on the lob, and what a lob pass and assist. 18-point lead for the Clippers. Clippers really trying to pull this lead out. Really trying to make something happen for their team as they're just trying to score points after points. Here's Schroeder taking it. Schroeder top of the key, guarded by Beverly. And multiple players, my goodness, are in the zone. Pass to Steven Adams. That's a double team, and a pass, and Schroeder for three. Dennis Schroeder makes a three-pointer. That's 17 points for Schroeder. 17 for number 17. And here's Paul George, who is in the zone as well. Paul George gets a screen from Kahwai, and the pass down to Kahwai, and Kawhi's easy 2 buckets, easy 2 points is easy, like I said. They're looking for something. Here's a pass to Miles Bridges, and Bridges back to Schroeder. Schroeder going to be looking for a pick and fade. He can't find it. Pass. Bridges in the corner. He shoots a 3. Miles Bridges for 3. Miles Bridges has 6 points today. A nice three-pointer from Miles. 81-67. 5 minutes left. Pass to Patrick Beverly. Beverly, top of the key, guarded by Schroeder. Out to Kahwai. Kahwai on the wing, in the drive. And an easy mid-range shot for Kahwai Leonard. Here is Schroeder. He has 31 points tonight, 14 of them coming in the paint. Looking for a screen from Steven Adams, which he gets. And the drive, and the shot, and the miss. All in quick succession. Pass to Kahwai, and another mid-range shot is no good. That time for Kahwai. Schroeder is really trying to find something. He is just nothing but cold today. Oh, and that's a great mismatch. Out to Powell for 3. Guarded by Lou, and Lou with the pressure just enough to mess him up. A pass to Lou Williams, and a foul. Gonna make it the third. That's gonna be a Norman Powell. And Lou Williams will make both of these free throws. No, he'll miss the first. Carson Edwards comes in for Schroeder. Here is Carson. Looking for a pick and pop, and they just can't get the pick and roll game to work. Looking for a screen on Lou. Gets it. Powell for 3. Norman Powell puts it in. Good 3-point shot that time. 3:50 left in the game. Will the Hornets come away with another victory, or will they go to 1-3? Looks like 1-3 is going to be the result, a 16-point advantage. Now, you can't count them out until there's only 60 seconds left. So we're going to look for the screen. Just going to send Norman out to the wing. He's guarded closely by Norman Powell. Out to Miles Bridges, guarded by Paul George. Takes a screen. Miles Bridges on the move, and he drills it from three-point land. 13-point advantage now. A comeback could be in the making. Down to Zubac. Pass to Kahwai. Out to Beverly. Beverly right wing. Pass. An easy 2 points for Kahwai Leonard, as he's just keeping him in at 35 points for Kahwai. Out to Powell. Powell with pressure in his face, of course. He's never going to make a shot in his face. Can't do that. Carson Edwards trying to get a steal. And that's Kahwai against PJ. A good board from Steven Adams, and a pass to Carson. Carson on the shimmy shake, and Carson Edwards misses a layup. Man, my goodness, and the Hornets are just falling to pieces. Here's Kahwai with it. That's too easy for Kahwai Leonard. He's got almost 40 points tonight, and a 17-point lead for the Clips, as they've just really pulled away. And like I said, it's all the missed shots. It's all the missed layups or wide open threes or even lightly contested threes. Kahwai Leonard will be your player of the game, of course. Who else would it be? Kahwai Leonard, player of the game. You can't make this stuff up, folks. Kahwai Leonard is just that good. He's going to pass this one down to Steven Adams. Steven's going to back him up. Steven Adams fouled on that shot. Ivica Zubac. And Steven Adams is going to miss both free throws, of course. No, he makes the second. Pass to Beverly. Minute 53 left as they're just going to chew that clock. They really don't want us to have an opportunity, of course. Kahwai missed. Good board that time. Miles Bridges has it. Bridges on the wing. Gets a screen. He's going to lob pass this out to Powell. He gets the screen. Norman Powell shoots a deep two. And Norman Powell for 2 points. Got to make more of those. Here's Beverly taking it really slowly. He's just trying to eat up as much clock as he can. Pass down to Kahwai. Kahwai guarded. A double team and a foul on P.J. Washington. And Kahwai Leonard's going to go to the line and score 2 points. They're calling Kahwai Leonard the MVP. As he gets MVP chance. Beautiful job by Kahwai Leonard today as he just absolutely dominates like he always does. A pass down to Steven Adams, and there's the double team that he gets, and that's the pass to Schroeder. Schroeder looking for a screen. Gets a screen. Kahwai guards him. Schroeder fades and misses. Can't seem to make that one. Pass down to Leonard. Leonard guarded by Schroeder, and Leonard right over top. No luck on that one. Here is Schroeder. And he's going to pass it to our player of the game, Steven Adams. Real quick, I'm just going to go instant replay. I forgot I can't do that. It's just the triggers. We're going to focus in on Steven Adams. That's a steal from Zubac. With 10 seconds left. Paul George just going to dribble this one. All right, now we're going to do it. Because I got him over here. I just got to find him. Should have gotten him to post up. I think. Wonder how far back I can go. I mean, I kind of want to get someone in mid-shot or something. I want to try and get Steven Adams posting up. If I can, but I don't think so. Trying to find something. Oh, here we go. But they double team him right away. That's the problem. That's what I don't like. Is how they double team him. I'm just curious as to how far back I can go. If it seriously lets me go back a bunch, then we'll try and find a spot for Steven Adams. Because that's who I'm focused on is Steven Adams was our player of the game. So I'm just trying to find something for him. Actually, that's not a bad shot right there. And then if we just zoom into cover. All right, I'll just have to know to pause it right there. I have to do some editing, but that's fine. And that's going to end it. 92-76 as we lose to the Clippers. We've still got some stuff to work out, but Dennis Schroeder's definitely getting more minutes. I guarantee you that. So here's a look at the box score. 39 points for Kahwai Leonard, 23 for Paul George, 17 for Schroeder, 15 for Adams, 18 boards for Steven Adams. 4 assists for Edwards, 2 for Schroeder. Schroeder had a very solid night. I mean, he went a little cold a little bit, but hopefully that doesn't become a consistent thing. Hopefully we can get Schroeder to not be cold. Hopefully he can just grind it out. Our next game is going to be against the Sacramento Kings. And no trade offers. So this will be a good one for us to take advantage of Steven Adams in the post. Not a very good one for our shooters, more than likely, but we'll give it a go. Real quick, we are going to change the coach game plan. I want Schroeder to get more minutes. Chris Clemens, we're going to move him strictly to shooting guard because it's making him point guard, and I'm not liking that. So, Chris Clemens, you will not be playing point at all whatsoever. You are a shooting guard, and that is it. So, coach game plan, because like I said, that's what I have him there for. I have Edwards and Clemens. No Devontae Graham, he's not going to be getting any minutes. But Chris Clemens is not going to be getting 25 minutes a game. He's going to be getting about 15. Because I'm going to be giving 30 minutes to Dennis Schroeder. Carson Edwards has 20. Actually, we're going to cut Robert Frank's minutes down by 5. We're going to give Carson Edwards 5 minutes. So Carson Edwards needs more minutes. Miles Bridges should not have 15. He should have about 20. So Chris Clemens' minutes are going to drop, and we're going to give Miles Bridges 20. Steven Adams is on fire. He is absolutely killing it. So is Taco Fall in the post, giving Taco and Otto 30 minutes. Now, Otto hasn't really been playing all that much in a sense of playing well. Hold on, I have to swap them just for sake of organization. Otto hasn't really been playing all that much, so I think I'll give his minutes to Chris Clemens. He's going to take 5 minutes off. But Taco Fall, absolutely 30 minutes. And then Steven Adams, they're saying he should get 35 minutes. I kind of agree with that, actually. So we're going to take Chris Clemens 5 minutes. We're going to give those to Steven Adams. Steven Adams getting 35 minutes. We're going to cut P.J. Washington's minutes down to 30 and give those to Chris Clemens. Actually, I like giving P.J. Washington's minutes to Miles Bridges because Miles Bridges has been playing pretty well. And then we'll cut... Who else are we going to cut? Actually, we'll cut Chris Clemens again. We're going to give 5 more minutes to Norman Powell. So there we go. That's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to catch you guys next time.